gravetians, right? So if you look at population markers for nutrition, right, the one of the things they look at is population height. So if there's a real tall population, it means that they had really good nutrition. And so if you look at the tallest people that probably ever lived were these gravetians. These guys were just decimating mammoths. I mean, they were so efficient at killing mammoths, and so that's probably basically all they ate, for the most part. They might have a little bit of vegetables, but their average height was like 6'2", and this is like 30,000 years ago.
That's crazy.
So they
must have been giants.
They were giants, and so the people that have sort of genetically are related to those people now are the people from Croatia and the Netherlands, which are again the tallest people in the world. The only other group that rivaled that are the Nilotic Africans, which are like the Watusi and the Maasai, which are all about 6 feet tall on average, and their diet is primarily, as we know, livestock based. And then the other tall population historically were the Plains Indians, particularly the Cheyenne Indians, and they just lived on mostly buffalo. So it's kind of interesting as far as what's the best food for nutrition, and that's what I'm finding from a performance standpoint. It's just what makes me feel the best and work the best.
Do you supplement? Do you take vitamins or minerals or anything?
I don't. I just, I kind of, just, I won't say I take some salt. I'll salt my meat. I mean, I'll have some Himalayan salt or some regular salt.
How do you normally cook? You cook for yourself most of the time?
Yeah, man, you get pretty good at cooking steaks, Joe.
Yeah.
So I'll either reverse sear, I don't how to reverse sear. Reverse sear a steak and a cast
So you
iron
cook it slowly at a low heat to about internal
medium,
temperature.
Yeah, I do. I just like about medium rare, and then I throw it in the pan for a couple minutes and sear it up, and then eat it. Or I just throw it on the grill. It depends where I'm at. If I'm California, I got a grill here, so I'll throw it on the grill. If I'm back, in New Mexico, I'll do it because I don't have a grill there. So I do that. But that takes a couple minutes to
So you must do a lot of supermarket runs. Does that get expensive? It's got to be an expensive diet.
Yeah, so I mean, it's it depends. It depends on again how much. I'm probably eating more than the average person that does this diet that I'm aware of. Generally goes about 2 pounds of meat, and so they can do
a day,
right? And so a lot of people, people that are don't have the budget, they'll just do like ground beef and stuff like that. And you can eat 2 pounds of ground beef for under $10 a day, which is way that's 2 cups of Starbucks, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's actually not that bad for a lot of people.
Now, there's also people that have ethical concerns about the consumption of animals, especially the consumption of factory farmed animals on a mass basis. I mean, you're probably responsible for a whole goddamn field of dead cows.
Yeah. So I think I have a concern. I think people that eat meat should be concerned about it, and we're the ones that primarily need to make sure that's not happening. And so I think, as I would argue that, since evolution began, humans have been eating meat, and that's just what happens in nature. If you look at how an animal's killed in the wild, if a lion takes down a zebra, it's not a pleasant experience for that animal. And so most of the way that humans kill these animals now, from a humane standpoint, it's pretty darn humane. I mean, even as a hunter, if you hit an animal and you don't get him, you don't hit him in the right spot, you got to track him down. It may take an hour or longer. So
the issue is not necessarily even just the eventual death of the animal. It's also the life of the animal before it was killed.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And so I think that you have to look at if the animals, like if you got chickens in cages and they can't turn around, right, and they're just cramped in there, that's awful. That shouldn't be allowed. One of the reasons they put chicken in a cage is because they'll peck the hell out of each other. If they don't separate them, they'll just tear each other up. So that there's different considerations on that. If you have an animal that because I talk to a lot of cattle ranchers, and most of them, they really care about their animals. They're out in the snow and the rain, making sure their animals are fed, making sure they're sheltered. If an animal goes down, they're taking care of that. So, there's probably some bad apples out there, and if we know about that stuff, and some vegan documentary guy wants to make a film about that, then those guys should be saying, hey, don't mistreat your animals. Don't intentionally hurt them. Don't have them standing in a pile of crap. Give them some fresh air and some ability to move. But if you look at cows or animals in the wild, they're herd animals anyway, so they hang out together anyway. It's not like if they're indoors. Now, if they're indoors and they've got room to move around and they go in and go out, I don't think that's a big issue. And so I think you have to kind of you can't just make it all black and white. There's some people that are good at it.